This year completely got away from me, and before I knew it, winter turned into spring, and we had some things to celebrate. Let me get you caught up on everything that's happened this summer. Clap, clap, clap. The whole family's here to celebrate Amelia. Are you clapping? Clap, clap, clap. Say, yay, mama. Clap, clap, clap. Show me how you clap. Oh, you're so big.
Good job.
Good job, buddy.
The balloon's got him mesmerized.
He loves that balloon.
I had to get you a balloon.
Henry, can you clap, 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 clap? Yay!
We have a few of your fellow students that are going to say a few words about their experience. Amelia Arnold.
As spring turned into summer, I got to spend lots of time with my grandkids. They got to come over and do some baking. There was a lot of summer boredom. They didn't have a lot to do, but they helped me in the garden, especially little Vera. She loves to help me with the flowers, and sometimes they bring me pretty flowers. There was lots of pool time. They love that. Henry got so big.
You got this? Come on, you could do it.
Yeah.
You're learning. Come on, you're doing it.
Come
You're
on.
doing so good.
Come on.
Good job, little man.
Come on, you're doing so good.
He likes the feel of your strings on his head. That's why he keeps moving his head. He's trying to get him on his head. That's so funny. Whoa.
Whoa! Whoa!
You scared him when
You like it? You water jump flowers.
Then it was time to celebrate Henry's first birthday. They had his party at the lake. If you don't know, I live by Lake Erie, which looks way more like an ocean than a lake if you've never been up here. But it was packed that day. It was a beautiful summer day.
Is that your hat? Is that your hat? What are you doing? Say hi, Henry.
Oh, that's because they're clear behind my head. No wonder.
Are you playing with Grandpa?
Just if you don't move, and I would
Are you playing with Grandpa? Ooh, that feel good. Don't stick your fingers in there. He liked that.
get them to smile around each other.
You playing with the fan?
Yeah, should we do it like that, or do you want it like that?
Now he's obsessed with you.
He's like, I am obsessed. Does Mimi have your hat on?
I don't think it matters.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
I think once we get these up,
Put that one on. Well, that one will go up there now.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Henry. Happy birthday to
Yeah, exactly. He's like, I just love this cake.
He had never gotten to have sugar before, so he was smashing on that cake. He had a great day. He didn't know what to make of all the people, but he had fun.
You would like your birthday present?
Do you like it? Can you say yay? Hi, love.
You did it. Let me pull him back so we could get it again. Boop, 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 boop,
Go in reverse. Put it in reverse, Terry. Put it in reverse.
Go see Mama.
Come here, love.
I'm right here.
She over there. She want to report you. Take off as fast as you can.
Hi, honey.
Come here,
I love you. Did you come to see me? I love you. Hi.
Come here.
Go see Mama now. Go see Mama. Oh, hi.
He's like, I want Mimi.
I love you. I'm right here.
Then, unfortunately, I had a short stay in the hospital. I'm okay, don't worry. Then Fred found a creepy note that someone had left outside of my garage door threatening to break in and hurt me. And then my glass break detector went off the other night saying that someone broke in a window. So of course I was terrified. The police came a few times to make sure everything was secure and we couldn't find anything. I think the batteries were just dying in the detector and it set it off, thank God. Then I had some yellow jacket nests that we had to burn. We got to spend some time shopping at Bath & Body and getting some yummy candles. I spend way too much money there.
Hi. Did you just wake up and see your Mimi? I love him so much.
Then the girls joined baton corps and they're learning to twirl baton. They're so cute. They march on a lot of parades around here. Good morning. Today is Sunday, July 21st, and welcome back to the vlog. We have a lot to catch up on. I haven't filmed in a minute because I've had a lot going on. I've been sick, and then I had a health scare, and then I've had, excuse me, I've had a lot of stuff going on around the house. So I figured we could hang out today and get caught up. You can help me clean my house. My house is trashed. My house is trashed. I've had grandkids here a couple times this week. I have dishes piled up. You'll probably see. Can you see? I have dishes piled up. I have boxes everywhere from deliveries. I have projects going on. So I'm feeling a little like, I need to get my house cleaned and I need to declutter because I've been planning to have a garage sale all summer. And I feel like, do you ever have times where you're just like, where did all this stuff come from? I feel like my house is bursting at the seams and I don't know, it doesn't feel good energetically and I need to declutter. So the last time I vlogged was my Sedona vlog and I've had a lot going on since then. So I caught COVID in the airport. So that stinks. And so for the next few weeks after I got back from Sedona, I was sick with COVID. It was the first time I've ever caught it. I was so disappointed. I've tried so hard to not catch it, and I caught it in the stupid airport. Because I had been having to use my inhaler so much with being sick, I thought I was rinsing my mouth out. You know, you're supposed to rinse your mouth out after you use your inhaler. Thought I was rinsing my mouth out sufficiently. Apparently not. And I got thrush, which, you know, you always hear that thrush is painful. I had no idea how painful thrush was. My mouth hurt so bad, like a million razor blade cuts, and my tongue was so sore. It was a horrible experience. So they had prescribed me these lozenges to suck on, clotrimazole lozenges. So if you ever have to take these, pay attention to this warning. I started taking these clotrimazole lozenges. They're like this big, and you put them in your mouth and you suck on them until they dissolve. You're supposed to take 5 a day. When I first got mine, it was like Friday afternoon, and so I had used them all evening. I had 3 of them. By the third one, my body was freaking out. Something was not right, and I knew it. Weird pain in all of my muscles, like my arms, my torso, my flank. Weird pain. And so the next morning when I woke up, I had an urgent care visit to talk to them about it. And they were just so dismissive of me. They're like, that doesn't seem like it'd be a symptom of that medication or a side effect. I'm like, it is directly related to this medication, I'm telling you. And they're like, we think it's you're probably just tired. I mean, you had COVID. Rest. So they were completely dismissive of me. So I messaged my primary care physician's office. Same thing. Completely dismissive. That's not a typical side effect of that medication. And I'm like, look, girl, I am not typical. If there's a side effect, I'm gonna find it. My body's super sensitive to substances. So they wouldn't listen. By the next morning, this was day 3, like 2.5. On the third day, it was a week here where it was super hot outside. It was like 100 degrees Fahrenheit all week. It was so hot. And I had a couple of plants, a couple flowers I needed to get in the ground or they were going to die. And it doesn't take long to plant a flower. I mean, it takes 2 or 3 minutes. And so I went out there. Well, first, earlier in the day, my cousins had come over to help me fix my pool pump because I was having issues with it. And just standing out there with them for a few minutes, I wasn't out there maybe 5 minutes, maybe not even that long. And I was like, look guys, I hate to leave you standing here, but I have to go sit down. I'm gonna pass out. And they're like, yeah, go. So I went and sat in the shade. And then right after they left, I came back out and I planted those flowers. And within 2 or 3 minutes, like, it was like every crisis, an alarm bell was going off in my system. Something was wrong. You are in danger, danger, danger. And I'm like, oh my God, what's the matter? And I could feel, now if you're clairsentient, you might know what I'm talking about, but I could feel all of my guides and angels jumping into action. I could feel them working on me in a way that they haven't worked on me before. Like, it's like all of them were like all hands on deck. We have to save her life type of deal. Like, I could feel massive energy work happening. And something was just very wrong. And so in my mind, I'm thinking I must be overheated this quick because it's hot outside. Get in the house, get in a cold shower. You're in trouble. Gonna have a heat stroke, something. And so I'm in such crisis mode that I start stripping down in the backyard. I'm like stripping my clothes off, kicking my shoes off, and just getting into the house. And I got into a cold shower. The day before, after my urgent care visit, I had asked Spomi, am I okay? And I could feel him. Normally when I ask this question, he's like, yeah. When I asked it yesterday, he was like, like, I guess, yeah, I mean, you're okay. And I said, do I need to go to the emergency room? And he said, no. This day, as I'm getting into the cold shower, I asked again, I'm like, am I okay? And I felt no. And I said, do I need to go to the emergency room? And he's like, yes. And I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, what is happening to me? And I heard him say, adrenal crisis. And I'm like, oh my God, adrenal crisis. Yes, oh my God. And I had that once before, like 20 years ago, right after Amelia was born. So I went to the emergency room and they drew my cortisol levels and stuff, which took forever to get back. And they admitted me to the hospital, and turns out I was in adrenal crisis. Turns out that medication, clotrimazole, any of those medications that end in azole, A-Z-O-L-E, if you are on any other kind of steroid, they cause acute adrenal insufficiency. Like, it just drained all my cortisol, drained my adrenals. And there was a huge to do with the hospital. It's a long story. I'm not going to get into it here. But anyways, they had ended up sending me home without sufficiently treating me. And so I came home and I'm just like, I think I'm going to die. Something's wrong. And like I need help. I reached out to my primary care physician again, and they were worthless this time again. And they were just like, give it some time. You have a follow-up appointment next week. We'll just see you then. We'll probably draw your labs again. And I'm thinking, nobody is listening to me. So luckily, I am usually on prednisone because I have lupus. So I went upstairs and found all my steroids and dumped them out. And like, I made myself a treatment plan, and I just put myself on the steroids for like a week on a tapering dose. And I made an appointment with endocrinology so that I could talk to them about all of this. And when I did, he was reading my emergency room records, and he's like, oh, they messed up. They messed up. And I'm like, right? And he's like, I thank God that you had access to the steroids and that you had the insight and knowledge to know to use them, because you probably saved your own life. And I was like, I knew it. I knew it. I knew I was in trouble. So anyways, that took like a week or so to recover from, because like I just felt like I had zero energy. I had nothing in the tank. And so I was recovering from that for a little while. And so I've just had stuff going on, and like I just didn't feel like vlogging, and I've just had some pretty scary health stuff happening. Good things that have happened. My daughter Amelia, you know, on her 18th birthday, she woke up and she was like, I'm gonna quit school today. And she came out of her bedroom that morning and she's like, I decided I'm quitting school. Since I'm 18, I can just get my GED some other time. Are you gonna drive me to the school? And I'm like, absolutely not. You're not gonna quit school. She's like, yeah, I am. I'm quitting. So she took an Uber to the school and quit. And ever since then, she's like, that was the biggest mistake. And she's like, I don't want Henry to see that his mom doesn't have even a high school diploma. So she went back and got her GED and she passed. It was a little bit of a long road for her, but she finally did it. And she passed, and she had her graduation ceremony. So yeah, she finally finished high school, and she did it with a baby in her arms, and I'm very proud of her. What else has been going on? I fired my contractor that was working on the backyard. I have fired my contractor. They just, you know the story. They were just being evasive, and just, it was just disrespectful how they started treating me. And I mean, they weren't, well, the one guy was rude to me, but they were just ignoring me and ghosting me. And I'm like, why don't you, there's so little that still needs done. Why don't you just finish the work so you can get paid? But instead they got fired. And I dare them to come after me for any money, because I will find an attorney and I will show them all the pictures of all the disaster that was my backyard this last year. And they're not gonna win, and they'll probably owe me money. But I've been working on it. My fence was all back up and everything, but yesterday I hired a handyman to come. He had to reset the fence posts because the wind had knocked them crooked so that the gate would hardly open. So he came yesterday and he set new fence posts. Today he's gonna come back and put the fence together, put the gate back on, put a new lock on it. But I've been working hard back there and trying to plant grass seed and patch up these holes in the yard. I decided that they had messed up the roof on the pergola so bad that I'm just gonna start over. And so I'm waiting for a quote from a roofing company to just put a new metal roof on it, because they built this pergola so tall that it doesn't block any sunlight. And then having a clear roof on it too, it really doesn't block any sunlight. So I'm switching it to a metal roof. Once that's done, I'm going to power wash the patio and then redo the sand. And then I think we should be good to go. I think we're done. So I'm trying to price these yard sale things, and I'm using masking tape, and it's old and it doesn't want to peel well. Do you know what I'm talking about? Like it comes off in like little strips and it just won't peel right. And I saw on TikTok that you can put your masking tape into a microwave and heat it up for like 10 seconds and it'll refresh it. So let's try. I should have done this days ago. This has been such a pain in the butt for days. Okay, let's go see if it works. Look at that. Nice. A life hack of the day. They started laying the pavers. Look how pretty they are. So they got the pavers done today, and they just put the sand in and wetted it down. So that's all good. They have the drain taped off so no sand got in there. And they have started rebuilding the path to the fire pit. And it's still a holy mess out there, but we are making progress. A lot of this is just debris they have to haul away, and then they're gonna get restarted building and redoing all of my flower beds and cleaning up all of the other garbage. But this is a big start. It's all going good. I'm not crazy about the way they did this gravel here. It's too full. It's gonna make a mess in the yard. I don't know, I'm just not crazy about it, but it's almost done. Flowers are starting to bloom. They look so pretty. What's interesting is those daisies, they bloomed like crazy back here when I first moved in. When I first bought the house in 2020, so 4 years ago. And they haven't come back since until this year. And now, I mean, the whole thing used to be full of daisies, but at least I have some coming back. Look at that. And back here too. So that's exciting. They must be happy back here with all the other little flowers. My butterfly bush in the middle behind the daisies is starting to grow. By the end of summer, it'll take up this whole thing. Anyways, exciting stuff. So we had extra gravel left over, and I told the guy, there's a spot where the gate normally goes, a big bald spot there where I need some gravel. Can you just put some there? He's like, sure. I'm like, you can't miss it. It's a big bald spot. Which would be here, where the gate goes. See that big bald spot? This is where he thought I meant. You kidding me? You can't make this stuff up. Ooh, it's bright out here. Okay, so see, it has a clear roof on it right now, which I do like, but they've just messed it up so bad. And when it rains down, you could see like all the sand gets washed out of the pavers, and the sand sits up here and it feels like you're walking on a beach when you're coming out here. Your feet just get so dirty. So eventually I'll be able to get all my furniture over here and put in place. But, and I have curtains that go up here. I just have to get like a piece of pipe or a long rod to put those up there. He's rebuilding the fence. I need to come out here and weed my flower bed. They're getting pretty bad. But we have some pretty ladies blooming. Coneflower starting to bloom. I have one more of those Adirondack chairs I need to build. Haven't done it yet though. And yesterday we were in the process of cleaning out my flower bed, trying to deadhead some things and get some weeds out of here. It's just looking pretty crowded. Need to start editing down. You see I have some little snapdragons that I planted coming up. Every year it'll get a little bit better. I planted this hydrangea yesterday. They had it on sale. They had it on clearance at Home Depot or Lowe's or somewhere. Where was I? Lowe's. They had it on clearance because some of the leaves were turning a little bit brown and she was looking a little sad. But you know what? She'll bounce back. They had it on clearance for like, I don't know, $10 or $15. So, anyways, a far cry better than it was a few months ago. We're getting there. Oh, I have to clean the pool today too. I need to remember to do that. You know, I've only been in this pool one time this whole year. My grandkids have enjoyed it more than I have, which is really what's important to me anyways. They're finally out here fixing the roof. They're going to be replacing the roof and putting on a metal roof instead of the plastic one. I think they're on lunch break right now, but we're in the home stretch. And I can get all my furniture put back. So finally we were done, and so I watered the flowers, and I watered some more, and I watered some more, and finally my yard started becoming a little bit more mine again. Flowers grew and they bloomed. They started from little tiny babies. They grew into beautiful gardens. And I enjoyed what was left of the summer. Look how beautiful those flowers are. So pretty. I love those pinks. The yard still has some bald patches I'll have to keep working on next year. And finally I was able to sit on my patio and just enjoy a beautiful summer's day. I listened to the birds chirp and the wind chimes and my little fountain. But alas, fall is here, and it's time to close the pool for the year, drain some water, get it covered up, put it away until next year. What a bummer. You know, I love fall, but it's always a shame to have summer end. bittersweet. The flowers are turning into fall. Babies continue to grow. Kids go back to school. But it's all settled. And next year it's going to be even better. Now I just get to enjoy it. Sitting by the fire. Not even the sound of the trucks on the highway in the background could spoil my mood. I hope you all had a wonderful summer. I'm grateful for you. Thank you for hanging out with me. Until next time.